If you've ever shopped for an aftermarket exhaust, you've probably seen the massive price differences between something that costs a few $100 for a full exhaust system and something that costs a few $1,000s. And at first glance, they might look pretty similar. I mean, you got stainless steel, there are pipes, there's mufflers, there's exhaust tips. An exhaust is an exhaust, right? Well, not exactly. The difference between a cheap exhaust and an expensive one isn't just the brand name that's stamped onto the tip. It's about the materials, the design, and of course, the sound, and even performance, believe it or not. So today we're breaking it down. Welcome to The Standoff. I'm Gels. Let's get started. Starting off, let's talk about some of the cheap exhaust systems out on the market. Now, these are the kits that usually fall anywhere between $200 to $500 price range. These are gonna be brands like ISR, Yonaka, or some of the eBay or Amazon specials that you can find out there. Now, for the most part, they'll get the job done and you'll get a louder exhaust note for sure. More flow compared to stock, and then you'll save a lot of money compared to some of the higher end exhaust systems. Now, in the other corner, you have those really expensive exhaust brands. Brands like Akrapovic, Armitrix, HKS, or AWE. These are the systems that typically start around $1,200 and can easily climb past $5,000 depending on the material and whether you're running a catback, turboback, or a full titanium setup. But what are you really getting for all of that extra cash? Is it actually worth it, or is it just because of the car that you're buying the exhaust for? Well, the first major difference is going to be, of course, the material that the system is made out of, both in quality and the amount that is needed to make the system. For instance, an exhaust used for a 1995 Civic hatch will use much less material than something for like a 350Z. Now, generally, you'll find that these cheaper systems, like the ones that you get off eBay or Amazon, will heavily promote the fact that they are made of stainless steel, and that's all you need to worry about, because stainless steel is good, and sure, it is, but there's more than one type of stainless steel out there that is used for exhaust systems. Now, typically a T304 stainless steel is what you want to look for. That's pretty much the standard quality exhaust system material that is used. It's heavily resistant to corrosion and has been proven to last a long time. Now, when you get down into those really cheap systems, they're usually made from a lower grade stainless steel that's more prone to things like rust and corrosion over time, even though they are stainless steel, and they're oftentimes heavier. But stainless isn't the only material that aftermarket exhausts use. Expensive exhausts usually use higher grade stainless steel as well as Inconel or even full titanium in some cases. Not only do these types of materials resist rust and handle extreme heat better, but they also shave off a ton of weight, sometimes upwards of 20 to 30 pounds lighter than your stock or budget system. Now, the next factor is the design and engineering of these exhausts. A lot of people assume, well, it's just pipes, how much different can it be? But it's how these pipes are bent and welded that makes a massive difference in tone and, of course, the performance that you get out of an aftermarket exhaust. Premium brands use mandrel bends for consistent diameter throughout the entire system. They're welded using precision TIG welding, and in often cases use things like CFD simulations to optimize the flow of the exhaust. That means you're getting a smoother exhaust and scavenging, better throttle response, and in certain setups, real horsepower gains. On the other hand, cheaper exhausts will often cut corners when it comes to their bends, and oftentimes they can get crushed or they have sloppy welds, which can create things like turbulence, restrict flow, or just look kind of rough underneath the car. Another thing to consider is the amount of mufflers or resonators a system has as well, as this will also drive up the cost of the entire system. Now, I know it might seem counterintuitive to talk about having things to tone down your exhaust when you're putting an exhaust on to make your car louder, but sometimes these things are required not only for emissions, but as well as the sake of your eardrums and your sanity when driving long distances. For instance, when we were looking around for an exhaust for my wife's FK8 Type R, we wanted something that was going to sound good, but not be insanely obnoxious, as we do drive this car a lot and take it on road trips pretty frequently. And what we ended up going with was the AWE touring system, specifically due to the amount of resonators and anti-drone tech that they put into those systems. But of course, that's more parts, more engineering, and more material that does drive up that end cost. Which all of that leads us into the sound difference between a cheap and expensive system. Everyone wants their car to sound good, but not all loud is good loud. Cheap exhaust parts can cause drone on the highway, they can rasp at higher RPM, or just sound flat and tinny. Expensive systems, they're typically tuned not only for the performance gains, but how they sound as well, kind of like tuning an instrument to a certain tone. These brands are spending thousands of hours designing resonators, mufflers, and piping layouts to give your car a distinct, balanced tone. But let's step outside of performance and sound for a second and just talk about the fitment and reliability of these systems. Premium exhaust systems will almost always bolt right up perfectly with no alignment and no trimming needed. No hammering, no busted knuckles, quick, simple install for the most part. Now, they also go through a lot stricter quality control, so the welds are more consistent. The brackets line up where they should be. The hangers are actually there. Now, cheap systems, well, to be fair, I've had my fair share of eBay exhausts on my cars back in the day, and sometimes, listen, you do get lucky, but other times you're slotting holes, you're bending things because they're not lined up where they should, you're living with an exhaust that constantly rattles against something because it's sitting half an inch too low from where it should be. And because of the cheaper materials, they are more prone to rusting out, rattling, or even cracking just after a couple years. But this is where it all gets a little bit interesting. Not all expensive exhausts are about performance, and not all cheap ones are junk. A straight pipe budget exhaust will definitely free up flow a lot more compared to your stock exhaust, even if it doesn't last as long. And some budget brands have really stepped it up in recent years with decent stainless options that hold up pretty well for the money. And on the flip side, some high dollar exhausts are more about looks and branding than actual performance gains. So here's the deal. Cheap exhausts absolutely have their place. If you're just looking for an aftermarket exhaust to get the job done, you want to get some sound out of your car, or need something for a drift build that you know is going to get banged up anyway, a cheap exhaust system will get the job done. Expensive exhausts, though, do give you a bit more tech, better materials, better fitment in most cases, and usually give you a sound and a performance experience that you just can't replicate with a cheaper setup. What it all comes down to is what you want for your build. Daily driver that just needs some noise? Save the cash, throw it into a nice set of wheels if you want. If you got a weekend warrior, you really care about the long-term investment of this exhaust, plan on investing into something a little bit nicer. And if you're looking for a new exhaust for your car, we do carry a bunch of brands over at Martini Works that offers a good range of options, from those budget-friendly systems that we would still trust to run on our cars to the really nice fancy ones if you want to spend a little bit more on it. But if you ever have any questions on what exhaust would be best for your car, feel free to let us know. We'd be more than happy to help out. This has been the standoff between cheap exhaust and expensive exhaust. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. I'm Gels. We'll see you later.